As part of the process to get approved for early clinical, one of the requirements is to take and pass a basic skills exam. I took the Washington Educator Skills Test Basic, also known as the West B, to meet that requirement because between it and the Praxis Core, the West B doesn't allow the use of a calculator, but the math is easier. Aside from math, the West B consists of a reading portion and a writing portion, which are similar but with the writing portion having 2 essay questions. The rest of the questions were all multiple choice. I chose to take it at a testing center rather than at home because the testing center method allows for breaks and each subtest is administered as one big exam. I did the essay questions first because I knew they would take the longest. I felt pretty good about the first essay, but more or less okay about the second. I took a small break to get something to eat before returning to the exam. I did the math portion next because on the practice test, even without a calculator, the math was absolute cake, and it was no different on the exam proper. Even as a math major, I find myself dependent on a calculator, and since I knew I wouldn't have access to one, I learned a multiplication trick just for this exam. As for the reading and writing portions, minus the essay questions, they basically boiled down to what is the main idea of this passage? What is the best synonym for the underlined word? How can the structure of this portion be better improved? Etc. I actually thought I would do better on the reading and writing practice test than on the math, but it turned out to be the opposite. Nonetheless, I still did pretty decently on them. On the actual exam, I made sure to read the questions as carefully as possible to ensure I answered them correctly. I'm just glad there wasn't a science portion because that was always my weakest subject. Overall, I feel pretty good about the West B exam. When I took the NES 304, I would receive a printout telling me how I did. That was not the case with the West B as the proctor for whatever reason was unable to provide one, but even if she did, it apparently wouldn't have given me my results, not even on the multiple choice questions. I can understand not getting results on the essay questions since those need to be graded manually, but computer-scored tests have the benefit of being scored instantly, so I'm not sure why that is. I should receive my results on the 20th, so I'll be sure to let you know how I did by then, if not sooner.